America is not a racist country.
24-year-old Daniel Robinson, a geologist, was last seen on the morning of June 23rd leaving his work site in the desert of Buckeye, Arizona. Nearly a month later, Daniel's Jeep was found in a ravine approximately 4 miles from where he was last seen, and police say that the vehicle appeared to have rolled and landed on its side. Daniel's clothes, his cell phone, wallet, his keys, they were all found at the scene, and police say that foul play is not suspected, but Daniel's family says otherwise. Joining us now is his family. We have Daniel's father, David Robinson, and Daniel's brother, Roger Colley Robinson. I want to thank you both for coming on this morning to talk about Daniel. And I do just want to start first, David, and then Roger, if you can tell me a little bit about your baby brother. But David, tell me about your son.
Thank you for bringing us on, Brianna. Daniel, he's a very outspoken guy from his childhood. Daniel, he's always challenged everything. He challenged his siblings. He want to outdo them academically. Everybody know that Daniel been born without a right hand. He never let that stop him. He done everything from learning how to play a French horn. He learned how to play the trombone. When he got into college, he sought out to be a geologist, and he pursued his dreams, and he accomplished those goals. Graduated with honors. He also is a friendly guy. He always have friends. The College of Charleston down there, I've seen so many of his friends that love him. Daniel's a guy that loves to travel. He spent times with his friend on traveling. He's loved nature. He liked to do hiking. Once he got out here to Phoenix, he liked to hike. He liked to travel, like I say, see nature. He loved his career as a geologist. He liked to collect his rocks. He has a rock collection. But most of all about Daniel, he's a person that like to bring people together. And even in this moment when he's not here with us, he's bringing everyone together right now. So that's the type of person that Daniel is.
I will tell you, I have been reading about your son, and I have been so impressed by him and what a special person he clearly is. Your baby brother, Roger.
Yes.
And I just wonder, right now authorities are saying that there is no foul play suspected. That's not what your family thinks. Tell us about this.
Well, there's too many things that's going on with this case. From the beginning, from a family standpoint, Daniel, he would never do anything, outside of telling his family. Um, the first indication that I thought that was very strange with Daniel is, after 6 hours not hearing from him at all, he either called his siblings, his mom, or myself. He let somebody know where you're going. But once Daniel became missing, and we realized that, I think the quick action wasn't there quick enough, first of all. But then when, that caused me to have to do my own searching and things like that. But once his vehicle was found and the way it was found, it just didn't look right. It didn't sit right with me. That's why I ended up getting my own private investigator. And from that point, everything that was found from that point indicates that, we need to look a little farther than the saying he's just missing.
Roger, the Buckeye police say that the case remains open and active. They say currently we are consulting outside experts for enhanced analysis of the data from Daniel's vehicle. We are also asking anyone with information to please contact investigators. What do you think, Roger, about what police are doing and where this investigation into your brother's disappearance, where it stands?
From what I'm getting from this, I feel that they're trying to do what's right at this point, but I feel that it's a little too late. Like my father said, had they been quick about it in the beginning, we wouldn't be here 3 months later, still searching for my brother and still looking for answers. I think my sister that lives in Arizona and my father did a lot in the beginning, trying to push and get things moving, pleading with the police, begging for them, hey, can you help us get a search? Can we do an air search? Can we get something? And I just think the lack of action initially is what's leading us here. And now they're having to backtrack and tried to bring in outside sources to help search for my brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, the video was pretty accurate as far as black people that go missing. We never get a lot of coverage on the media. That is a fact. And, I even remember this sort of thing going on even when I was a child. They would go missing and it would be nonstop in the media. But when someone within the black community went missing, many cases it didn't make the news at all. I mean, it's a shame that Daniel Robinson here has been missing since June 23rd, and we're just hearing this for the first time right now. So he was working in Arizona, and when he left the work site he was on, he went missing. So I think that's a shame. And then they said it did not look like foul play. I mean, but you didn't even find Daniel at all. No traces of him at the same spot where his vehicle flipped over. So I don't know how that's not foul play, but okay. It sounds like there's a lack of investigation going on there. So, of course, they're saying, it is hurtful that they're seeing the urgency when a white woman went missing, but they don't see that same urgency when Daniel went missing. He's one of many, by the way, that are missing. There are far more than just him that's missing in the black community. Okay, some said they have grown frustrated with watching the search for a missing white woman, and and all the spotlight that she's getting, but their loved ones are being classified in the black community as runaways. But you're only taking a guess that they ran away. That's not necessarily true. The issue for years have prompted people of color to take matters into their own hands and holding rallies, launching independent probes, and seeking help from community advocates and lawmakers to help their cases in the public eye. Some experts say the nation faces missing white woman syndrome. Yeah, I heard this from Joy Reid, which is defined by a heavier media attention white women and girls receive when they go missing compared to anyone outside of those demographics, according to a study published by the Northwestern University School of Law in 2016. The study points out that missing black people are less likely to garner media attention at the onset or other groups, and when they do, the news and they receive a lower intensity of coverage, which is very true. Okay, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure that one out. You just simply, when you watch the media, you do not see a lot of stories on missing black men, women, and children. And really, in America, there are more missing black men in the community. And we never hear about this, ever. So Zach Summers, he's the author of Northwestern Study that told CNN that bias and systemic racism play a role in missing white women syndrome. The term, he said, was coined by the late TV anchor Gwen Ifill. As a culture, we are ready and willing to accept stories about white folks as victims, as something we should care about, he said. But when we see a white person who's gone missing, he said it could be my daughter, a neighbor, cousin, friend. They identify that person and more likely are ready to read the story about them. And that's true. That's true. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a shame that this young man went missing and been all gone all this time, and the police barely moved on this thing. You heard what his family said. I think that's really sad. But this is America after all. I mean, people like Daniel get pushed in the background. That's just the way it is. But y'all, please tell me what you think. I sure hope they find out what happened to him. I mean, 3 months, that's a lot of time when someone's missing. It really is. I mean, wow. Mm-mm-mm. I know how heartbroken his family is. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video.